Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Game Scrubs podcast. My name's Cal, and I'm joined tonight by Fee,
Hey.
Jake,
Yo.
and Peter. Today we're all feeling, well, at least Peter and I are feeling a little hypocritical. We, after last week ragging on all those early access games and the dangers of them all, Pete's been playing the hell out of Rust, and well,
Yes, sir.
I've been dabbling in Hearthstone, but I mean, can you blame me?
Yes, we can, Cal.
Oh, okay. Well, that said, as far as hypocrisy is concerned, King.com has been in the news lately. Don't know. Of course, you guys have heard about this.
Silly question.
They've been in the news lately regarding trademark issues and using the word saga, most notably against the newly released indie sensation strategy game, the Banner Saga. Fee, you seem like you have some interesting thoughts regarding this
I do.
issue.
Yep.
Let's
It
hear 'em.
actually isn't just about the word saga. It's actually more notoriously known for the word candy that they're actually trying to copyright. Um, they actually succeeded in the UK, and they actually trademarked the word candy in the UK so far. So that's why they got, I don't know if they got to their head, but they're trying to get in the US. Is this Cam's doing it? Alright.
Yeah,
We're gonna just ignore that. We're just gonna just ignore that this week. We're gonna try to anyways. But yeah, Candy, well, the game studio King.com, they've been trying to trademark the word candy, and I don't know what their problem is or how they think they can do this, just because their game took off, and I don't even think their game was original to begin with, but they've been trying to go after the new what's that game called? The Banner Saga.
Banner Saga.
Yep. So they've been going after that. So I guess my question is, what do you guys think about the word candy being trademarked? What if they actually got it in the U.S.? Because they did succeed in the U.K.
That pretty much just limits everything, and it's like, what's next after candy? You know, just basic words. Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah, you can't say the in any of your sentences anymore.
Yeah.
Don't
if it's in
use the.
title, you owe us royalties. You know.
Oh.
You know
Yeah.
you're.
What was
Anybody
that?
have a Droid? Like an Android phone? Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember all those Droid commercials? Yep.
Mhm.
George Lucas made a hell of a ton of money off that. You can see at the very bottom, it's like, owned by Lucas Rights, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, really?
Lucasfilm owns this.
Oh, because of the word droid?
Because of the word droid. He owned the word droid.
Holy
It's crazy.
shit! Holy shit! I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Wow.
I guess why they're trying to do it. I mean, I guess when you make, because that's their like sole source of income right now is that game, because they have another game, actually a few now since they made Candy Crush and that took off. They actually made a couple other games. Was it? Let me see here.
Pack-a-void.
That actually is the thing that they're very hypocritical about, because they're trying to trademark the word candy and saga in order to stop people from infringing on their game so that they can make the most amount of money that they can while the game is still relevant until it dies down. They have a game before. It's called Pack-a-Void, and it's basically just a ripoff of another studio that made a game called Scamper Ghost, and essentially those two are just basically like some a variation of Pac-Man.
Yep.
Yeah, and
So they copied a copy.
Yeah, it's kind of like a trend that you're going with. Copy games.
It's, that's a dangerous path. Well, I mean, at least Zynga with Farmville, or was that Zynga?
That was Zynga.
At least that was like original, but then like all those spin-offs just, oh my gosh.
What about the original? Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
I guess, yeah. And even Farmville was based off of a superior game in pretty much every single way.
Yeah, you can't get drunk in Farmville.
I feel like that's
You
the
can get
problem
drunk
with.
while you
What was that? Get drunk
You
by
can get
what?
drunk while you play Farmville, but you can't get drunk.
I never
Yeah.
played Farmville drunk. I don't think I ever played Farmville.
No.
I actually played a lot of Harvest Moon though. I did.
I
did
actually
back
played
then.
it. I'll admit, Gamer Confession number 2. I actually played a Farmville-esque clone. That was like a create your own campus thing for ESPNU. It was actually kind of uh, interesting, but then it just got super boring once I got everything I wanted. So
So let me get this straight. It was like a sports game mixed with Farmville.
no, it was basically a
Okay.
Farmville clone, but like actually it was more like a city sim sort of thing. Like I was popping down like hot dog stands, and I started off with this basic field, and then I could upgrade the more students I had in the university, and I forget the actual name of it, which crap.
That sounds terrible.
It was decent. It was at least like something to do when I went to Facebook instead of being like, "Do I have any notifications?" No. All right, I'm out. Back to Reddit.
Do I have friends?
No.
Oh yeah, that feels like that seems to be the problem with the majority of like iOS game or like the mobile market with their when it comes to games. A bunch of them just seems to be a bunch of ripoff. And I know you know, King.com is basically guilty of doing it with their game that they took off their website after the whole fiasco. They actually took off Pack Void, but like I know other people, especially China, is very notorious for ripoffs, and our laws can't really touch them. They have the laws there, but no one's really enforcing it. So I guess can't really be too harsh on them, but it is pretty scumbag move still, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, speaking of which, though, you know who has been making games that has never tried to, I guess, never really. I guess maybe I don't know if they trademark or try to sue anyone on it. It's Sonic. Sonic. It doesn't seem like there's too much suing with Sonic yet. Not a lot of people are really copying it.
No.
I don't
Well,
think so.
Sonic, dude.
It's
Hey,
mostly
the
thing
more
is-
surprise.
the thing is, like people. I mean, I definitely have seen some reused sprites. I'm not sure if. I mean, you said that it's just a matter of they're not going after anybody. Like Sega isn't going after
I guess
anybody
I don't-
for
I
using
don't
like
see
the
it. You don't
similar
see- you don't- check us.
assets.
I guess it could be. Like I didn't know the thing about the Android, but obviously it's there like Mono said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, another really good copyright infringement. Shit, I don't even fucking know. When PETA came out with their Pokemon game,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I actually heard that it wasn't like it was actually kind of a competent game. Like as a game,
I heard it was really fun.
like 5 out of 10. Wouldn't play again, but had a decent time for this time. Like it was a one-off.
That's
Like
a
oh man,
first time experience, you know.
would never return to again.
It would never repeat in my life ever.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So
So, along the lines of Sonic, have you guys ever played Bubsy?
Bubsy.
I don't think
I
so.
have
No.
It was,
But
it was a side-scrolling running game, kind of like Sonic,
Yeah.
but it did come out for the Genesis too, not just the Super Nintendo. So it wasn't like Super Nintendo was like, oh man, here's our side-scrolling runner. It is better. It's just same idea, trying to cash in on it.
Were there rings to it or not? Or was it just another side scroll? Different.
It was just another side scroll.
Okay.
Which
That-
though with Sonic.
That reminds me of our next topic is anniversaries coming up.
Woo! Break out
I'll
your
take that.
champagne and women take off your tops. It's time.
Well,
It's
say that.
anniversary time. You know it. Oh, hide your kids, hide your wife. It's
Oh god.
you know, we party hard, right? Go hard or go home. All right.
Yeah, so February 2nd is the 20th anniversary of Sonic 3, which introduced Knuckles.
Right here.
Mildly known character. I don't know if anyone else has heard of him.
And
He's
Never heard of
He's
it.
kind of underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks really good. Holy cow.
Yeah,
Funny.
buddy.
Take care of your stuff, Cal.
Nice.
But yeah, it was the first game with Knuckles in it. It was going to be the first 3D Sonic game, but
Yeah.
the developers were afraid it was too much of a step forward and it wasn't necessary yet in the game's series.
Okay.
But
Did not know.
yeah, so Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3 were supposed to be one game, but due to budget and time
Take
constraints,
the risk.
they separated them. But you can
But you
Put
can
Sonic-
do this. Oh yeah. You're
You
looking.
know, you can
You're
actually
talking about
stack
my
those
childhood.
really tall.
Yeah, you can. Like
I saw
there's
that on
there's a
Reddit.
bunch of different games that have that flap, and
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Not to mention, you can also throw a Game Genie on, or can you throw it? Is it Game Genie? Am I wrong with that? That Game Genie also can fit on there? I
You know
forget.
what you can do though is you can just put the game in the console too, and then that would work.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. But I'm glad you reminded me.
But you can't play as Knuckles in Sonic 3 like that then.
Oh,
You gotta put the extra effort.
Wait. So you can't, like, if you did this, right?
Yep.
Is this the only way you could play as Knuckles in Sonic 3? Because
In multiplayer mode, you can play as Knuckles, but you can't on just like a regular basis. Like when you're just playing through the game. In competition mode, you can play as Knuckles.
Oh,
I got you.
shit.
I think I remember something like that. Was it on the Genesis?
Yeah, wasn't
No,
it
that
like
was the
basically whoever gets to the end first wins, and then
Yeah.
like
The next person
Oh.
race? Okay.
nice,
Okay.
nice.
So, big fun fact about Sonic 3: Michael Jackson was gonna compose the music for it.
No, really?
Yeah.
That's what I heard. What
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na,
happened? Did you just, like, fall
da-na-na-na.
through for fun?
It was about the time. It was the time that a scandal was going on for him.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
he
that
like-
was beautifully.
He didn't like the 16-bit music.
So you mean just when he was alive, right? As far as like the scandal that
Yeah.
was his life, it was just constant for him.
Exactly.
It seems.
He's like,
Alright.
oh man, I love Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, that's ignorant.
That's just
That's
ignorant. You just don't understand Sonic. Sonic.
Okay, so another big birthday is SimCity 3000.
3,000.
Yep, 3,000. Not 2,000, Not
3,000.
but 3,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
That pretty much just gets a little honorable mention. Not really too much to talk about there.
Yeah, it was a sim game.
Yeah. I mean, what else
Has
is
anyone
that?
actually ever played it? Just curious.
I've actually
I played it. I still have it.
Oh.
I think I only played 2,000. I was 1,000 iterations behind you guys, apparently.
Oh, jeez.
That's
What
how much older I
what
am than you
about
guys. Fuck.
a-
Thousands of years ago.
I mean, hey, at least it's better than the SimCity that they released this year, right? Or last year?
Right?
First name.
This
online.
Indeed, good sir. Hey, tip my fedora to you. Oh,
So we
shit.
have this month.
What?
So the big one.
Oh.
The big one.
The big one!
Yeah,
That's-
Dead
that's
Silent
one.
Hill.
15.
Oh,
Brandon.
shit.
Hit right here.
Oh, throw down.
Make it rain.
Just.
Oh, I don't want to drop this stuff.
Never mind. Sorry. No. That's not for you. Silent Hill.
All of them. I have Silent Hill, the first one that the anniversary's coming up. I have that coming in the mail. In mint.
In case anyone didn't catch on, Peter is our Silent Hill guy.
Peter, yeah, he is. He's your man.
The first 3 or 4, not too bad. Then they just kind of slowly like
Then Bloodlines happened, right? Is it Bloodlines? Or is it Shattered Memories that I'm thinking of? Which what was the horrible one? Like
Book? The book?
Homecoming?
The movie?
Was that bad?
It was Downpour.
Downpour, yeah.
Terrible.
I just took a nose
Hey,
out
man.
after that.
It's 3D enabled. It's totally worth it.
Oh shit.
It seemed like a lot of the horror genre did that.
Okay,
took a-
but here's the thing.
Yeah.
This was the big thing about Silent Hill. It was the first psychological
Yeah.
scary game.
Yeah.
We had Doom. We had Doom 2. Doom, don't get me wrong, amazing. Doom 2 just terrifying. But Silent Hill was big because
Because
your
you played
main
Minds on you.
your mind tricks, your protagonist is an everyday guy. He's not a soldier with a bunch of weapons.
hmm
He's just your everyday guy. Just
Wasn't
the
that,
psychological fear is terrifying enough.
Wasn't it like the first kind of horror adventure?
Adventure. Oh shit.
I don't know. There might have been. Because
Was it-
Resident
Yeah, I was
Really
gonna say Resident Evil is the only other one that I can think of that
Yeah.
was so early. I don't know.
I'd say it was probably one of the first horror adventures.
Yeah.
So did this come up first before Resident Evil and whatnot?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it came out before it, but I'm not sure.
Either way, it's like just as huge and influential.
Oh,
No?
no. Resident Evil came out in 1996.
Holy
Ooh, so Resident
shit.
Evil's before.
See? I was about to say Resident Evil. I think it's a bigger name than Silent Hill. Sorry, Pete, but I just hear more about
The
Resident
very
Evil than Silent Hill.
yeah.
Well, that's because
well,
the
the thing
movies
is-
were bigger.
Yeah.
the thing
Yeah.
is, Resident Evil was like, which would you consider more influential though? Silent Hill or Resident Evil?
I would say definitely Silent Hill.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know.
just-
I'm not too familiar with the horror genre, so I can't really say. I just
Ah.
skip out on Silent Hill and Resident Evil. You know, the first horror game that I played. That's the main name was Resident Evil 5, and that was shoot 'em up.
That's
Yeah.
scary.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm
you-
sorry. It was-
so you played,
that's my
uh,
confession.
Yeah.
That's my gamer's confession of the day. I'm sorry.
So
It
you
was
put,
bad.
Board game.
so you played oh shit, what's that game for PS3 with so you played Resident Evil Uncharted 3 essentially.
Resident Evil Uncharted 3. You gotta be like that,
I'm just saying, it was on the desert with zombies. That's it.
Technically, in Uncharted 3, there was no supernatural being. It was all hallucinogen. Like, he was basically hallucinating the whole time. If you played it, you would have known, Cal.
So
Actually,
Silent Hill-
I was right next to. I didn't technically play it, but I watched my roommate play
Watched
through
it.
like literally the whole thing. I just sat there and was like, "Oh my god, I wish I was playing," but I wasn't.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why I'm glad about 3. They actually went with the whole, oh, hey, more supernatural stuff. Because actually, it was all drugs. So, he was just drugged up.
What a mom.
Back on topic
back
here.
on topic.
Yeah.
So Silent Hill really paved the road for like fear, amnesia, Slenderman. I don't know if anyone played that, but
I'm too big of I'm way too big of a pussy to play that.
Did you has anyone played Stalker? Any of the Stalker?
I heard
series?
about it.
I actually
I teased you.
I might own
It's
it.
pretty good.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure if I own it or not.
Would you
But
guys
Putting a sequel for that.
Would you guys put the Metro and Metro Last Light in the horror genre?
sure.
Could
I mean-
be, yeah, it's a little scary.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's still more atmospherically
Yeah.
scary, but I definitely would
Still
still
scary though, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll put
still-
it in there.
yeah,
I was gonna say that's one of the fun ones nowadays.
because
then we have that's
oh sorry, go ahead.
no, trust me, go.
I was just all I was gonna say was that from what I understand, is that ammo is definitely at a premium in in both Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light.
Last
So,
Light, yep.
and that's like one of the staples of the horror genre is, you know, limiting.
Not being able to just like run and gun everything.
Yeah,
like,
not being like.
as in Resident Evil, just like, oh hey, I
It's
need
like-
to kill something. Okay, I'll just kill
It's
it.
like I have two bullets and you know, a tarantula the size of a house coming after me. I better
right.
use them up wisely.
I got 2 bullets. I'm in the same room as Hitler, Osama bin Laden, and Toby.
Oh god.
I would shoot Toby twice.
Oh,
Off Astoria.
oh man.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
I forgot that quote. Oh, that was so
Are
good.
there any more anniversaries
Not
in this
really.
week?
Not this week.
Nah, dog, no.
Yeah, sorry, Super Bowl playing Sonic 3.
Mm,
Oh wait,
yeah.
that's a lie. I'm gonna eat wings and get sauce all over my Genesis controller.
What is
that special sauce.
what's the next topic that we're gonna be talking about?
It's a topic that you brought up. That actually you and I, well, we didn't fight over it, but we both had the same idea.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk,
Alright.
you want to
All
talk
right, I'll
about it.
take it. So this week, major news in the gaming community was EVE Online. There was a huge battle, one of the biggest that has ever taken place. $200,000 plus was lost. This guy.
Do you hear yourself? Huh?
I do hear myself. Yes.
Okay, just keep going. Just a
It's
little
all
bit.
good.
Have you guys heard anything about this? Have you guys read into
Yep.
this a little bit more?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
I caught
like,
it though.
I think
I
the
think it made
final
the newspaper.
tally is roughly $284,000.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane.
It is. If no one's ever played EVE before, it's pretty crazy. There's actual politics and everything that goes into it. Some guy had an AMA on how to run a federation, and it's crazy.
We could
So I
probably
have a yeah.
probably set up a link there. Just
Yeah.
as an aside.
yeah. I do have a question though. About the battle. How come the battle was over? Like how come it cost 280 some mil? Thousand?
Here's-
Explain that to me.
Okay, I'll kind of set up what happened here. Basically, they get a auto deposit set up. There's space. I think it was the space station, and so it was pretty much anyone's to claim. And there were 2 generations that hated each other already. So they wanted that resource, and they're like, whatever, let's just go full force on it. Because usually it's like one person goes in, one person just loses a little bit and just leaves. But everyone did because they hated each other, and that's when the huge battle. And the thing that costs so much money is there's a ship called Titan, and they pretty much ship into the area. That's why there's so. I think
So
each
was this-
ship is like $6,000.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was this like people putting money into the game and buying content and then it got destroyed?
It's pretty much they put time into it, but it's rough estimates of how much it would sell for.
Okay.
Okay. So this is like an accumulation then of like those like multiple $1,000 ships.
Yeah. So pretty much, I think there was like 40 plus Titans destroyed. I'll try to find a link to put it in. There was also a chart that I saw that showed how many hours it took to accumulate each ship. So I'll put that in the description.
I saw a Reddit comment regarding it, and it was someone who had joined the battle, and they were like, "It took 40 minutes for me to finally actually get into the battle, and by the time the lag stopped, I was already dead. But now I can say I was a part of it." You know,
That's
it's like
awesome.
I would brag about that shit if it was me. I would totally be
Yeah.
like, yeah, that was me. I was there. It was pretty crazy.
That's funny. Wouldn't someone be pissed about that then? Because like, okay, I was part of the battle, but like they didn't actually get to play it. It just lagged out essentially.
No,
Well,
you don't have to
I would
mention that part though. Just skip that.
I would be a little upset. I would want to actually take part in fight in that battle, but it didn't seem like he got to take part in it. Seemed a
It
little
seemed
gamey.
like most of what I know from the higher ups when I looked at it, I didn't really look at it from like a player point of view.
Yeah.
I looked at it like the commanding people, and they barely even got online. They're just basically directing what to attack, like where to move ships and whatnot. And I'll try to find a picture. But, like they have 3,000 people in there in one picture, but it looks like there's only like 30 ships or something. But there's actually 3,000 people in that picture.
Yeah, I saw a picture of like all these tiny little orange dots, like just absolutely filling the screen. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
those are the enemy dots, and then there's half or double that for allies.
yeah.
I wonder if there's actual footage of like this whole battle or just segment of this battle that we could link later after the podcast. I don't
Yeah,
know.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah, we
really
tried
that
looking that up.
interesting to watch though because it's just like
True.
lasers firing and you don't really know what's going on.
Just lag and just dying.
It's
Just,
basically like watching war, you know? It's like not interesting at all.
See ships go.
Just see people dying left and right. Oh, well, you know, what's going on? I can't tell.
I don't know.
Anybody play Star Wars Battlefront or Battlefront 2?
I did not.
All right, so we're doing
Okay.
part 2 of Gamer Confessions this week. Haven't played
So
that either.
Battlefront 2 was amazing. But if you shot somebody from too far away, you'd just see them running, and then they'd be dead, and they'd just be flat on the ground. It'd just be like from there to dead. You're
Like okay, so like they'd literally be running
yeah, this
and then
this
just
was-
down, like
yeah, just
down.
like run, and then they're out of health, and it's
Nice, nice. All right, my question about the Eve thing, real quick, before we move on. Do you think this actually got them new? Is Eve free to play?
No, you actually have to pay for it, and then I think it's monthly.
Okay, so it's subscription based. All right. So do you think this whole battle that got them headlines and whatnot? Do you think it boosts their subs?
I would assume so.
that's a
I mean,
good thing.
Peter, are you a sub?
No.
No, you're not. Okay, so none of us play Eve. We just heard about it. I wonder if
No.
that actually boosts some people's interest to actually make them jump on the ship.
I've heard
it made me
that.
look at it, but then I saw the politics side of it, and I was like,
Nah, dog, no.
it's too
Yeah,
complex, like
exactly.
to actually like
Real
it's
life.
kind of like a simulation. Yeah, it's like
Exactly.
really
Yeah.
in-depth.
And you actually would have to do some research before you jump in, or else the PC community is known for being relentless towards newcomers.
I know there's actually really good subreddit for Eve.
See, you still have to do some research. So yeah, that would probably be a good place to start.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, what's the next topic?
Next topic is I've been looking around and I realized that 2014, if there's no delayed games to 2015, there's going to be a hell of a lot of great horror games, which is good that we were talking about horror games earlier. I found this article on IGN. I'll just run through what I was thinking we could do is I'll name them all and then I'll highlight a few.
All right,
Okay.
I'll make sure to put a link on the website
Yeah, to the article.
to the article.
Yeah. The first one, Alien Isolation. 2, Dying Light. 3, The Forest, which I haven't heard much about. 4, Routine. 5, The Evil Within. 6, Among the Sleep. Then Daylight. Dread Out, which is actually just one word. Asylum. Fran Bow.
question about these. Do these have subgenres, or do they just say horror?
Uh,
The Evil
Action
Within is
adventures.
some of them
Within is
are
a survival horror.
a couple of them are like point and click,
Okay.
and some of them are also puzzle based. Not like Puzzle Quest where it's like solve the like it's not like that shit. But
Puzzle and a ghost comes out.
it's kind of Resident Evil esque, like as far as like how Resident Evil occasionally has like find a switch, now find this other switch, and now you solved the puzzle, yay. It's kind of like that, I'm guessing. It said Fran Bow, Never Ending Nightmares. I saw some of that earlier. The game looks weird.
It's made by Retrograde. Isn't that the? Actually, I don't know that studio. I'm sorry. I was
don't
thinking
know
of the
either.
game. I was thinking of the game. Sorry, my bad. Go on.
The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, which actually looks pretty beautiful. And then rounding it out is Outlast: The Whistleblower, which, to be honest, since I haven't heard too much about this, actually reading this article was the first instance I had heard about this in particular. But I'm not really sure if it's supposed to be DLC or if it's an entire game dedicated to the events leading up to Outlast.
Okay.
But that's what I do know about it, is that it's supposed to be before the events of Outlast, which came out
You're
in
basically
2013.
Well, just for anyone, it's a little late. There was spoilers right there for the game Outlast, and if no one has played Outlast before, Cal, you played Outlast. You're the only one, I think, right? Or Pete, did you play it?
I haven't played it.
Okay,
Isn't
so,
Outlast coming out on the PS Plus this month?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah. I'm getting
Three
that and
games.
Metro last night or last light. My bad.
Last Light.
Not
yeah,
that it
that's-
matters for you. You were complaining about the game as I was streaming it. You were all like, "Oh, the mechanics are so janky."
No. I wasn't excited about Outlast. I didn't even know that was on the PS Plus. I was actually excited about Metro Last Light.
I see.
Yeah.
I hear you.
But from what I'm seeing here for Outlast, Cal, did you actually like it?
I will say I found it scarier and thus like more enjoyable in that sense than Amnesia, Machine for Pigs, which basically like trying to draw comparisons between those two is not hard to do, especially like with how they ended up being so close to one another in releases this year in October. So.
Are you surprised to see another one out like within the following year? That's really quick.
If it's a full game, I will be surprised.
Yeah.
If it's just DLC, then I'm not quite as surprised.
You are not gonna be playing as the same person. You're gonna be from the article. From the article, you're gonna be a whistleblower. So I'm wondering if they got the inspiration from Edward Snowden.
Oh yeah.
That's
Maybe.
what I'm thinking when I saw that. I was like, whistleblower. So maybe it's like someone like who knew what was going on with Asylum. So that could be it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Not that I played it, but I would like to watch you play it again if it came out this year. Who knows?
I'd be down for it for sure.
Exactly. Is there any particular that you guys are interested in? Like, I'm not much of a horror genre guy, but I'm interested in a few.
Yeah. Did you guys check out the links at all?
Yeah,
I saw the 90 horrors. Yeah, I didn't really see any that popped out to me.
I got two. Two popped out.
Two popped out.
Yep. I'm surprised, Pete, you didn't hear about Dying Light. Dying Light, really? It's
No,
coming out.
I saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one interests me. It seemed like kind of like Dead Island, but actually good. That Island was just kind of buggy. I'm sorry. I was a little disappointed with Dead Island. After Dead Island, I didn't play the second one because Riptide, because Dead Island was barely touched and it was kind of janky.
I will.
So I skipped up. Yeah.
I will say that I kind of agree with you. It's just that Dead Island, if you play with a friend, it's a completely
It's probably
different
better.
experience.
No,
Yeah,
that's why I
it's
tried
a lot
seeing
better.
you guys play, but don't really have too much time. Maybe we could do a let's play on that one and then see how that turns out. But yeah, Dying Light seemed really interesting, except for it's unfortunate because Angry Joe uploaded a video of him playing a demo. They only showing it during the day, so that's a little unfortunate.
Mm.
Then the other one I heard about for a while now, The Evil Within. is made by actually,
Bethesda.
is
Yeah.
it really?
It's Bethesda.
It's being
yeah.
published by Bethesda.
Published.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What is it? Software?
It's
Is it
making-
Softworks? That is that right?
Tango Gameworks.
Tango Gameworks. Okay.
It
their
just
first
reminds
game.
me of Resident Evil. It just screamed Resident Evil at me. That actually, if I was gonna play a horror game, that would be one of them too, along with Dying Light. What about you guys? Any of them? No.
The Evil Within is the one that's really coming out
That
at
you-
me.
Okay, that's what I thought too. I saw the.
Do you have
the list
up?
Oh man, it was crazy.
I don't need the list. I'm not interested.
Well,
Oh, not interested. Forget. Oh, you, Cal.
For me, 5 of these games. I think it was 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. The Outlast Whistleblower we already talked about.
Mhm.
I've seen some alpha footage of Among the Sleep, and in that game you actually play as a kid. So
I watched that link you sent. Yep.
yeah, that
That was
game
interesting.
that actually looks like legit scary. Like
It looked like
pretty
a new
damn legit.
perspective, and I kind of just want to throw like kind of my own guess at it, like my hypothesis or my guess. I'm thinking since you're in a perspective of a kid, because you can crawl and whatnot from the video. I'm wondering at the end, there's a twist that was on your head that you're a kid, and everything at night seems scary, and it's all in your mind that when you're a kid, you know?
Maybe.
Maybe no.
I don't
I'm sorry.
know.
All right,
I don't know.
Moving on.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's my guess. I just that jumped into my head when I saw the video. I thought it was interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that too.
Well, you are the type to guess the endings to games, like when I was streaming Gone Home and you. Anyway,
Alright.
yeah, I agree
do we
with
got
you
left?
though. The Evil Within. I also thought that looked phenomenal.
Mhm.
No relation to Phenomenon. Dying Light. Again, I've seen a bunch of footage of that. Like I kind of go back and forth because of my experience with Dead Island. That kind of put me off
Yeah.
that whole
Yeah.
like
Not
open
made by the same
world sort
studio,
of thing.
just to let people know, like not made by the same studio.
I know. I'm just saying
Same.
it
Just so that
seems
people we don't.
it almost
you know,
seems uncannily
Warner.
similar. You know.
It is published by Warner Brothers, so they known for Batman and Rocksteady. They have a few good studio, but the game studio that's making it is called Techland. You guys ever heard of it?
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
I never.
What
heard
do they
of it.
make?
I forget,
But
but I have heard of them.
it, but
I've
I
heard of them.
don't know the names. Oh, okay.
I heard that. I wish I didn't hear that, but I
Yeah,
heard that.
insightful though.
The last game that I thought was worth talking about. Well, not worth. They're all worth talking about, obviously. But the last game I wanted to highlight because it stood out to me was
Oh.
Routine. And let me tell you, man, after seeing this footage, I was completely sold. I totally am psyched for this game because it looks like
Heard of it?
it's like a great looking futuristic look. It's like
It's
looking
based
into
in
the future
1980s.
from
The future looked very abandoned moon.
it's like looking into the future from the 80s. So you're using like 80s similar technology, but kind of with also futuristic. Does that make sense? Like looking at
It's a
the
good-
future from the
yeah.
80s perspective, where like
Yep.
Okay.
there's still like floppy disks used and stuff, but they also have like these androids roaming about and stuff. Spoilers, I guess. There's an android.
Spoiler, but that
but-
game actually looks good. Like the graphics actually looks good.
I can't wait to get in that game, but then to turn off motion blur. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Whew.
you guys turn off motion blur because I hate that too.
Yeah.
I always turn motion blur off. What about you, Pete?
I'll have to start doing it.
Yeah, dude, I love throwing up. Like, no, dude,
Like what?
I turned that off right away.
No, I was talking like sorry. I meant what games were standing out to you?
That blur.
Yeah, for more, I don't know, man. The
Maybe
daylight.
he's not.
The
Yeah,
what?
Dying Light.
Dying Light?
No. Daylight, dude.
Daylight?
Daywalkers? Daywalkers.
Oh.
Dayman?
Dayman?
Oh!
Batman? Yeah.
Oh man.
Fighter of the
That
Nightman.
infringement. That infringement.
Yeah.
Alright.
It was for parody purposes of fair use. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Don't
Use
sue
only a
us.
certain amount of segment.
All right. I think with that we can. I mean,
They're
unless you
out.
guys have any additional comments on the upcoming horror
guys covered
games,
most of
I felt like those were all awesome. And if anybody wants to leave a comment regarding a horror game that you're looking forward to,
I have
please
one.
do so. Yeah.
Last one. Soul. That game. Bam. Not really horror, but
Which
Dark
one?
Souls?
So,
Too.
Dark Souls 2.
Ah,
Dark Souls 2, my
okay.
bad.
Okay. Okay.
It's all gameplay.
That's a
that
different
game
type.
Did make me shit myself a couple times.
That's a different type of horror. That's more like,
It is.
oh man, I'm about to get my shit pushed in by a dragon.
I'm looking forward to it. I am seriously looking forward to that one though. Alright, but that is my last one. Alright.
All right. Next topic. Indie game of the week.
Indie game of the week.
Oh yeah.
Master
Wait, what are you doing,
Reboot.
Mono? Oh no, what are you doing? Just drop his head.
All right. So,
Yes.
Mano. What the fuck am I saying?
Mano. Dr.
Mono.
Mano.
Dr. Mano,
Pronounced
just like
Mono.
Sanic. Mono, I want to hear your thoughts on Master Reboot first,
Me?
if that's.
Yep.
That's
Master
fun. I played it for about 2 hours. I liked the graphics because it made me feel like I was playing a PS2 or an original Xbox game. But it was different. Definitely different. They had the whole good Portal colors, the orange and the blue, and I don't know. It didn't really stand out to me. Puzzle-wise, I mean, it was
Just like
alright. But
Yeah.
not really standouty. It was like
Fair
it
enough.
honestly seemed like a B company PS2 game. Just throwing
Okay.
my laptop around.
and
Fuck.
just to give a reference,
It was so good that it blew you away. It wasn't your laptop didn't move. You just like tipped back a bit. I get it.
it blew you away and you didn't come back to finish it.
I just straight turned around. And,
Yeah.
Walked away. But
All
just for
right.
reference, I'm the only one that beat the game, so Mono is about halfway with the 2-hour marker, so he's a good way in. All right, what about you, Peter?
I played 3 hours of it. I'm
Mhm.
about I think like 75%.
Oh,
I really didn't like it that much, to be honest. Like everything about it was just kind of subpar in my my opinion. I mean, puzzle wise, it was all right.
Okay.
Gameplay, probably like 2 out of 10. I would not gameplay again. And then the
Slow
soundtrack for me was just like it was alright. The nice thing though is you got a soundtrack for free. I mean, if you want,
I love you. I love you. You always bring that up. Like you found it.
Free soundtrack, yo.
yeah, dog.
Oh yeah, dog.
Hook up.
Absolutely.
Free music.
All right.
Yee, yee. All right,
Yeah, what
and
do you-
I have a feeling we're about to head into the rage cage here with Fee. We're going into the rage cage, brother.
You know what, bro? Why don't you go first? You know, I'll say mine last because I'm the only guy that beat the game.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think
let's finish.
from what I can tell, I got about 2/3 of the way through the game,
Mhm.
because it looked like it was like the first chunk, and then a second chunk of doors, and then a third chunk of
You know
doors.
the last set of doors? They're essentially not really spoiling anything. There's the place is called Soul Village. First section, there's 4 doors. Second section, 4 doors, and the last section to your left is 4 more doors. So if you're on that third one, you're basically 3/4 of the game or whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, then I'm like 3/4 of the way through the game then, and
Okay. Are you excited
well,
to beat, are you looking forward to beating it?
yeah, actually, I kind of am.
You are? Yeah.
Although so far, I mean, I will be honest. I think there's 2 things that are working against this game, and one is definitely the sound direction. Like it's basically the same like sound for every step that is taken, regardless of the surface you're on. And for me, like that's just something that I cannot stand
Same here,
at all.
Same here.
It's not, it sticks out like a a sore thumb, I guess, or I don't know. What the fuck
Yeah.
does a sore thumb look like anyway?
I'll show you.
This is a sore thumb. Um, that and like, uh, so like the thing is like with I thought it was the sound design was actually going to be okay because the first level that I played was a memory of childhood, and in that first memory, um, you have these small moments where it's like a weird shadow. You'll see a weird shadow, and this like boom, and it'll scare you. It's like, what the fuck was that? That was good. But then like the rest of the game, like with each memory, there's certain things that happen that like I couldn't get into it because it wasn't like you could tell they were trying to scare you, but it just wasn't happening.
They did. They did though. Confession. They did get you and I once.
Okay.
One segment.
They
It was in
did
a
get
schoolroom.
the only reason that worked though was because, well, at least for me, okay,
It
So,
wasn't like a scare, really. It was more like a pop.
yeah, what happened was all right, so here's how the game works essentially is that you go into these memories and there's these rubber duckies scattered throughout the thing, and
Last,
You can keep explaining. We don't need a pause for Fee's life, by the way.
Oh no.
yeah, I'm
Sorry about
there's
that.
rubber duckies scattered throughout the level. In one school level, there was a rubber ducky on top of a locker, and I went to grab it from the side, but then it like teleported me to the front of the locker, and I was being grabbed. So that's why it kind of got. That's part of why it got me. But that said, it did still. You could see on the. I might make a highlight of it on my Twitch channel. Hope we'll have it.
Whoa, not bugs.
Shameless plug.
Shameless.
All right.
Hashtag no shame, right? YOLO,
Right.
swag.
YOLO.
So it just wasn't that scary. The puzzles were too easy. Some of the some of the in-game like interaction was just shit. Like you could
It's gameplay. Okay.
like you should have been able to interact with certain things from like further away than you had to get like right up on the fucking thing for that little icon to show up, like
It
to
made you feel really limited. It gave you the illusion that the world was bigger than it was.
kind of, yeah.
That's how I felt. I felt really limited. It's very linear.
Absolutely, yeah.
It was.
What about you, Mono? Or wait, no, we are.
Rage,
You were the first
stepping
one.
into the rage cage.
We're going into the rage cage, brother!
Alright, I guess since I'm sorry, but I guess I will tear this game. But I will say why I have beef with this game. It, just right off the bat, did not enjoy it. Not something I would recommend. Unfortunately. It looked interesting. Concept looked interesting at first when I first saw it. When you first suggested it, everyone, I thought it was something I could try to get into story-wise more than anything, like Walking Dead. Fortunately, though, sorry, give me a second.
That cat keeps
Alright.
entering his room.
Oh,
He's like, I'm not hungry
yeah,
right now.
I actually forgot that I didn't actually
Yeah.
mention. Oh, are you good? You're good to go.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that like one of the things I did like. I agree with Mono that the graphics I thought played well to the illusion of it's kind of it's all a dream. It doesn't have to look realistic if it's a dream sort of state, I guess.
Okay, see, back to me then. That's my
Yeah.
problem with it. My biggest problem was graphics. Oh, well, not my biggest problem. It was just like I would understand it was actual art style that they stuck to, like Borderlands. It's so shaded. It's not the best looking game, but it has a definitive style, and they stuck with it. With Massive Reboot, it didn't seem like that. They didn't know what they wanted to do, or they just weren't capable of doing it, and so they just did the best that they could, I guess. From the in-game graphics weren't that bad, honestly. A little jaggedy, a little too much poly, I guess. They could have evened out a little bit more, smoothed out a little bit more. But then when you pick up stuff, it doesn't seem like it seemed like it still fit part of the game. My problem was the cutscene, I guess. Do you guys know what I'm talking about when I say cutscenes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which,
I think
which,
it's-
oh, yeah.
Just cutscenes in general.
You
When
mean
you
those
finish,
things that are cut?
Are you talking
Oh.
about, you're talking about
Well-
those, there's,
memories when you play it out.
right, there's
Yeah.
like hand-drawn, pictures that are put into the game.
Exactly. When you go from, I don't know what to say about the art style. I don't know how to classify it, but for sure the
Garbage?
cutscenes.
Would you describe,
Yeah.
would you describe it as
Straight up.
garbage?
In my terms, yes, I guess it's not that bad, but it felt out of place. It threw me out of the experience, especially when you're going from that one style. I wish they would kind of stuck to it and made
Yeah,
that,
they didn't keep it consistent.
and that just threw me out with like, oh, shitty hand drawing pictures. It was like, was that the best you could do? I didn't know if that was their intention or they were just honestly limited
Or
with
they're
their.
just trolling you, like, you know.
I
Maybe they were
actually,
just like, I didn't like that. That's my problem. I do have some screenshots too, just so that people know what I'm talking about, and I'll send that. We'll upload those later.
I'll put
I,
them
I
in.
will admit that I agree with you as far as that's concerned. Although I will also admit it's better than I could probably do. You know, I mean,
So I get it. I mean, of course, obviously it's better than what I could do too. I'm shit at art, but like I noticed like some of the stuff in there, like the pamphlet. I pick a the rubber ducky. Usually art. It's basically just artifacts, and in the form of rubber duckies, the blue rubber duckies, just so that it sticks out more. I noticed one of them was a comic book or something, or a game case. I really don't know what it was, but it looks good. I wish they did that for the cutscene rather than hand drawn. It just felt out of place. So that's what my problem with graphics. Sound, same problem with you. Thought it sounded good at the beginning of the game. That the one thing I noticed that I still remember was that childhood memory, and just overall, that scene reminded me. The tune kind of reminded me of Kingdom Hearts. Everything else just lackluster. I didn't really remember it. They try to scare you by giving it a different tone, but it didn't really work out too well. It didn't really scare me. I would say my biggest problem was the gameplay. The controls were really awful.
Horrible.
Right? Yeah. You
Terrible.
You picked up an axe. You swing. I could click it multiple times, and it's just like it only swung once per how many seconds? I don't know.
like,
But it felt off. Yeah, it felt off. There's a low delay. It felt off. That was one. Next thing was like just jumping mechanics.
Oh my god. I can't
See?
jump over a rock that's this big. You
yeah.
can't walk
Yeah.
on it, you can't jump over it.
Some stuff you
Like-
can, some stuff you can't. It felt off. So Mono knew.
Something
the
that was
other
the
one-
same height you could jump over on one spot, but not
Yeah.
another.
Yeah.
It's like I get a
So-
sprint, jump.
Yeah, is overall like in terms of what to describe this game, it was inconsistent. So just keep that in mind when you're playing this game. Graphics inconsistent, gameplay inconsistent. Like some stuff you expect to jump over, you couldn't. And so if you really couldn't get down the jumping mechanics, one of the basic things, don't make platforms in it for you to jump. And that's what was my other problem I had. Like I was getting stuck in stupid areas that weren't even puzzle. Just part I couldn't transverse because of the jump mechanic. I kept messing up. So that was another problem. And then there's like a few places where there's one place I felt like there was like I kept falling into cracks. I wasn't stuck. I actually was hoping at that one place I was stuck at. I was hoping there was a game breaking bug. So that way I didn't have to I mean that was my confession. Halfway into the game I felt like it was a chore. I got sick of it. But I stuck through it. I actually asked how to stop. But I don't know why I just stuck through it today. A few parts of the game too, like there was a chase scene. I don't know if you guys were that far. You're supposed to grab these things, but it didn't. Sometimes I would die, I guess, and it just because of the fact that it wouldn't respond to what I was doing. Some parts just didn't respond. I don't know if you guys ran into that problem. That's what I had with the gameplay. And overall, it felt like it was a chore. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Yeah.
It ended up being the same thing. Four seemed to be a favorite number in that game. You end up doing things of fours all the time. I don't know if you guys play long enough to notice that. near the end and everything else, I just noticed there was a lot of fours. Just overall, it felt like it delayed you, and the save points also, or checkpoints, were just out in obscure places, and they just spread out a little further just to give more play value, I guess.
So
So,
consistency was in the wrong places.
yeah, or it just it felt it was just hindering you on purpose, just to slow you down. The puzzle weren't hard, like Cal said. Some of them were just frustrating because of the fact that I know what I'm supposed to do, I just can't find it. Like it's hidden in stupid places. I don't know. Overall, I guess I just those are my problems with it. Or other than that, I just inconsistent and very forgettable. I did
Alright.
notice you enjoy the game as much if you didn't grab all the duckies. If you grabbed all, you would have a better time because you didn't really talk in the game. Your character didn't really talk, and it was I don't know. You guys have a problem with that?
No,
No.
not really.
No?
Okay, so
Well,
my
the thing
question
is, if a silent protagonist works when there's nobody else to talk to, and that was kind of the point in the game.
yeah,
Okay.
there's no one else
Yes,
there.
I'm fine with. I guess my problem, I don't mind a silent protagonist. I never had a problem with that. My problem was, did you guys actually know who you were the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I was a little thrown off. I didn't know why he was going in there, and I guess I would say the graphic style didn't work because it wasn't actually a dream. It was actually a memory that you guys were going into. You guys are accessing the memories, and to figure out what was going on. And it didn't seem like actual memory. It seemed like it was just like kind of janky graphics was all. But
Yeah.
Alright, okay, hold on, I'm gonna
Let's-
stop you there.
Yeah, I
Okay,
was gonna
I'm a-
say, what time are we at?
General, let's say
Consensus?
numbers 1 through 10 that everyone would give it. Just qualms about the games, and if there are any pros that you guys liked, just shoot. I guess
So-
we'll start with Mono.
List form.
4. From what I played, a 4.
All right.
Just shit controls, just getting stuck on everything. The inability to jump, just it made the game brutal, hard to get through. Just 4.
Was there anything that you liked?
I did enjoy the soundtrack, not a
Okay.
ton, but it was still good.
It was it was still decent.
Okay.
All right,
keep in mind,
Cal?
3 of you guys did not finish the game, just so that people know. So keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
didn't finish. Only got about halfway. Still.
Okay.
All right, Cal. What's your opinion on this?
I would probably give this.
No, wait, Cal.
Hey,
Cal, stop.
Cal, your headset's messed up.
Fuck. No way.
All right. Just
Not
wait
now.
until he. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Get it?
Yeah.
Yep. You're good.
Yeah.
All right. I would probably give it like.
Okay.
I'm going back and forth between a 5 and a 6, so I'm gonna go 5 and 5 right now.
Okay.
Mostly because I think despite the graphics kind of being like not the best, I think they still work towards the aesthetic of that, like I said, with the dreamlike nature like theme.
It's memories. Just to be clear, it is memories that you're
Yeah.
accessing. It's not dreams.
Well,
Memories.
Memories.
Yeah,
It's the same difference, right?
surreal, the surreal
yeah.
stuff.
Okay. Okay. I do
surrealist.
understand what you're saying. I do believe I
So-
know what you were saying.
So most of that is geared towards that. Plus, I think it's an incredibly creative game. It's certainly ambitious enough to the point where it, had my intrigue. It just never grabbed my attention.
Okay. I gotcha.
Deserves an Oscar.
It just like you guys have said, the gameplay was shit. The
It had
sound,
a lot of issues.
yeah, the
Like,
sound direction was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It didn't always explain itself, like what you were trying to do, like what it wanted you to do.
Exactly. It didn't have a clear direction. That's why it became so frustrating for me. It felt like a chore. I didn't know
Yeah.
what I was doing. So half the time I was just wondering.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
Wait. Cal said 5, was it?
5-5.
5.5. Mono
Really?
said
5. So if you gave it a 5, who would this be for then?
I don't know, just people that appreciate like people that aren't completely about gameplay or anything, that just appreciate unique art
Gameplay.
style, I guess.
Okay.
That's what I'd say.
B. What's your opinions on this for out of a 10? And then you already said all your like pros and cons, so just give me a out of 10.
You want me to rage? Okay. Honestly, very forgettable game, very inconsistent. Not worth the time. I would say overall, it's gonna be a 2 out of 10. I really did not like it.
2
People
out of
should not
10.
be. It really should not be played, especially at the price point of the retail price point is $15. I don't think people should be
I was
dropping
gonna bring that up
$15 for
too.
that game or the game of this nature. It just wasn't cutting it for me. It did not do anything. It did not leave an impact. Very forgettable.
Yeah.
Okay. For me myself, I'm gonna give it a 3. For the price wise, I didn't think all your money was there. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It was probably a $5 game, if that.
Exactly. Like I said, I got 4 hours out of it. 4.
Things I liked. I mean, it was basically just a soundtrack and like what's already been said, unique art style. Other than that, there's really much that
Would not recommend on.
yeah, I would not recommend this game.
Would not recommend. Nothing carried it. Nothing was worth enough being tried out.
So is that the general consensus?
Yep.
Consensus that someone should probably not play this game unless they're into like also like a unique art style, seeing something different, something out of it. That's kind of where they went, was just like something out of the norm, is what I think. But it's so hard to do something works so well.
Yeah.
If you're gonna try this game, set your standards low.
Yeah.
It has interesting concept, just wasn't all there.
It's mostly a problem of execution with this game.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with the concept. I mean, the only thing wrong with the art direction is mostly those hand-drawn pictures that they throw in there as part of the memories. Although I will say, I think some of their artistic assets were used. Did you guys see any of those like seal like pentagram things? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found every single
those were actually pretty fucking cool. I will say, as far as like the actual drawings that they used for that.
See, that's another thing about that I forgot to bring up. It was just confusing. I didn't understand those.
Mm.
There was no point of those. No.
Mm.
You play a game, you'll know. It felt odd.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to play to the theme of like between life and death, essentially.
All right. Is that all the topics? We covered everything for this
We
week.
did.
Yeah. Hey, we actually I think are under our time, or right on time, I guess. Good job, guys.
Yes.
All right,
So a
go.
couple more things before we wrap it up.
Alright.
EZP, Phenomnom, and myself are going to Planet Comic Con in Kansas City. So get some footage of that. That'll be fun. That's not till March, but
Fuck
not
yeah.
down to
And
Kansas.
Cal, what about you? Are you gonna be going with us? Putting you on the spot.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. I'll say that I want to go.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
We'll
But-
see. We'll see.
Thing
how
is,
it,
these
pans out.
two fellas, I would have to I'd have to work around.
Alright.
We'll see if we have any more people that can cover shifts.
Things
Yeah,
could change.
we'll see what we
Things
can
could change. More
Anyway,
the merrier.
that's
All right.
All right.
um,
It's about time to wrap up.
I think it's time
Any
to wrap
more
up,
shout outs?
yeah.
Yeah. Anyone got anything?
I already plugged my channel.
B.
Out of boy.
Dr. Mono, got anything?
Got a Dr. Mono Twitter account and Dr. Mono Facebook. Follow that, I guess.
I think we're probably gonna get a Twitter set up. Is that right?
Yep, I'll be running that.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in to Game Scrubs. There's going to be more info on the website about the podcast and topics we talked about. There's also going to be a weekly game giveaway, usually on the indie game and possibly one other, depending what we decide on. This week, we're going to be giving away the indie game, the copy, and um, looks like Magic 2014. So just go ahead and comment below if you want one of these, and do the drawing. I think at the beginning of every podcast, you guys.
Yeah.
I think that'll be right. Yeah, that sounds about fair. That'll be
Oh,
a
we
random drawing too, right?
Okay, we didn't do last week, so I'll have to see who commented and just pick out of that, and I'll just send you. I'll just hey this guy, and I'll just send you a copy.
Um, hey, sorry to interrupt, but I actually forgot to put in the email. Should we just mention real quick to close this out what games we're playing?
Sure. Well,
Yeah, there's always going to be an updated list on what games we're playing, or try to keep updated on the website too.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess another thing is if you guys are interested, let us know in the comments because besides podcasts, we could do let's play videos or something like that. It could be either live stream or recorded if that's more convenient for people. Just let us know if you guys want us to do other stuff. Sounds good.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
All right, Cal, what are you playing currently?
Well, I've actually I've been dabbling a little bit in Hearthstone and oh God, what was the other thing? Still Link Between Worlds. I'm almost actually done with it. I'm planning on beating that tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pumped about
Beat it.
that too.
Yeah.
he's nice.
Very
Alright.
nice.
Dr. Mono, what are you currently playing?
I'm working on speedrunning Super Mario World, so I've been playing a lot of that and the original Mega Man.
No.
All right, nice.
Nice.
All right, Phenom now, what are you up to?
Still in Persona 4, just running out of time.
Got any
am
other side
prepared-
games?
What is that?
Got any other
Oh,
side
side
games playing?
Well, I'm really keen on trying to finish up. I'm like Cal. I'm near the end. It's getting really good. So I'm trying to finish that up. But I did download a game recently, Max Payne 3. And because of Cal recommended it. And holy cow, that game is good so far. Very good. I would recommend it right away. And then I also bought a few other games, but nothing worth mentioning. What about you?
I'm currently playing Rust. Hop around on Dota 2, and then Skyrim. So basic 3.
It seemed
Yeah.
like it. I mean, you don't really touch anything else in your library. You should give those away.
I have like a few hundred games in there.
You do. 0 hours.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I think that's it. We good?
We good.
We good.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast. So see you guys next week.
Bye.
See ya.